Hello everyone, it's Heather here. It is Monday, July 12th, working our way through summer, and I took on SBUX this morning, and I'll show you why. I want to tell you where I entered and tell you why. So I entered the 8/20, August 20th SBUX, SBUX 120 calls at 250. When did I enter? Well, I let everybody know that I was looking for an opening range break, and so I was using the 15-minute opening range. We pulled back right after that 15-minute when I said I was watching it, and we entered here on this candle coming up through that opening range. There also was a pivot, a 5-minute pivot. I like to use pivots there as well, and when we popped up through there, I was also watching that and watching that to hold. Now that pivot that I used sat right about 118.05, 118.05, 118.08 is that pivot, and then it has continued to use that pivot throughout the day and is heading. At this point in the day, it's 1400 on the East Coast. It's 2 o'clock on the East Coast, sorry, and we're headed toward another pivot that's sitting right at 118.80 on the 5-minute. Also coincides with a weekly pivot. So I like to use pivots a lot just for support and resistance. And we are continuing our climb out here. So I have 9% profit in these. I put in that I entered at 250, and apparently one of my contracts must have filled just a smidge higher because it shows 251 in my cost basis. So I just want to throw that out. My cost basis is actually just a smidge higher there at 251. So just want to let you know that. Okay, but looking at this, well, let's look at the daily. Daily is really nice. We talked about this one pre-market. It was in the video. Like the look, we had these trend lines drawn in. We moved right through that very nicely. We're looking at the high from back here. We have earnings coming up. Apparently everybody's out drinking Starbucks, or maybe it's just me. It could be. People know me. I drink a lot of Starbucks. I drink a lot of coffee. I know. Everybody has to have a vice. I figure I have coffee and dogs. So, okay, so looks really good, right? Look at all these open candle, open windows, open opportunity climbing up really nicely. Just showing us that we have a lot of nice trend. You know, we're trading with the trend here, and that is always very good. But one thing that does kind of concern me as we go into the end of the day, like I said, we still have 2 hours till the end of the day. But I was looking at the SPY here, and looking at the SPY, something that my attention is drawn to is volume. We talk a lot about how the volume is across the indexes when we're in positions. And although we put in a brand new high again on the SPY here today, after we took this, we took this day of rest, I think came back up. The volume is very anemic. And that kind of puts up a little caution flag to me that if I have profits, I should go ahead and just take them, and then I can reallocate that capital tomorrow. So I entered SBUX as a swing trade. I think the trade is set up beautifully, but I don't like that volume on the SPY. So my intention here is to take at least half of these SBUX off before the close, or potentially all of them, and I will assess the actual candles in the SPY right before, or like in the last half hour of the market. So our SPY has been really flat here today. In fact, when we look at, I keep my quad up all day here. We've done a nice climb, and then we just stalled out, right? Nice climb, stalled out. The Qs, which opened higher, dropped down, but then stalled out. The IWM looking a little bit better. I do like the look here in the IWM, especially if we can kind of continue to climb our way up to the top side. But I think that we're just seeing a little bit of caution in the markets, and it's just smart. If you have profit, just go. You won't go broke taking profit. Now, you may miss higher profits, but you can always buy back in. So just manage your trade as you see fit. Like I said, I will take at least half of that SBUX trade off for overnight. And again, if the candles start to weaken into the close, I'll just go ahead and close the whole thing. All right, that is my plan. I hope you're having a fantastic Monday, and I will see you soon. If you have any questions, reach out. Heather C. GivingTreeTrading.com.